Michael Burry is an American investor and hedge fund manager, who is best known for his successful bet against the housing market in the mid-2000s, which was chronicled in the book and film, The Big Short. He is considered one of the most successful and unconventional investors of his generation. Burry was born in 1971 in California, and from an early age, he had a passion for investing. He earned a medical degree from Vanderbilt University and went on to practice as a neurologist for a few years, but he eventually decided to pursue a career in finance. He earned an MBA from the University of California, Berkeley, and worked as an analyst for a number of investment firms. In 2000, Burry founded his own hedge fund, Cyan Capital, and began to develop his own investment strategies. He was known for his unorthodox approach to investing, which focused on identifying undervalued assets and betting against popular trends. He was particularly interested in the housing market and began to notice signs of a bubble in the early 2000s. Burry spent months researching the housing market, analyzing the underlying mortgages and reading through SEC filings. He found that many of the mortgages that were being bundled into securities and sold to investors were subprime mortgages, given to people with poor credit. He also discovered that many of these mortgages were given to people who couldn't afford the home they were buying. He was horrified by the level of fraud and deception in the market, and he knew that a housing crash was inevitable. In 2005, Burry began to take a short position on the housing market, which means that he bet that the market would collapse. He did this by purchasing credit default swaps, which are financial instruments that allow investors to bet against the performance of mortgage-backed securities. His bet was highly controversial at the time, as the housing market was still booming, and many experts believed that prices would continue to rise. However, Burry's bet proved to be correct, and the housing market did collapse in 2007, leading to the global financial crisis. His hedge fund was able to make a significant profit from his short position, and he became one of the most successful investors of his generation. Burry's story was chronicled in the book, The Big Short, by Michael Lewis, which was later made into a film. The story highlighted his unorthodox approach to investing and his ability to see what others missed. He's considered one of the best investors of his generation, and his success has inspired many in the financial industry. After the financial crisis, Burry closed his hedge fund and focused on his personal investments. He has continued to be an active investor, and his portfolio includes a diverse range of assets, including stocks, bonds, and real estate. He also runs an investment platform called Cyan Asset Management, which focuses on investments in technology and healthcare. Burry is also known for his philanthropic efforts. He is a strong advocate for sustainability and environmental causes, and he has invested in companies that focus on renewable energy, electric vehicles, and sustainable agriculture. He has also been vocal about the importance of corporate social responsibility, and he has urged companies to prioritize environmental, social and governance (ESG) factors in their decision-making. He believes that companies should be held accountable for their actions, and that they have a responsibility to create value for society, not just for shareholders. In addition to his philanthropic efforts, Burry is also known for his unconventional approach to investing. He has been a vocal critic of the traditional investment industry, and he has argued that the industry is too focused on short-term gains and not enough on long-term value. He believes that investors should be more patient and focus on the fundamentals of a company, rather than trying to time the market. Burry's approach to investing has been highly successful, and he has been able to achieve significant returns for his investors. But his approach is not for everyone. He's a contrarian and he's not afraid to go against the crowd, which makes him a challenging investor to follow. He's also known for his tendency to be highly secretive, and he rarely grants interviews or speaks publicly about his investment strategies. Michael Burry's story is a testament to the power of independent thinking and unconventional thinking in the financial industry. His ability to identify and profit from a market bubble while others were still convinced of its stability is a notable achievement. He's considered as one of the most successful and unconventional investors of his generation. His commitment to social and environmental causes and his unconventional approach to investing continues to inspire many in the financial industry. His story is a reminder that sometimes, the most successful investors are those who are willing to think differently and take risks.